Okay, we have our classified information deluxe box that was delivered with our stretch goal pack and the 24-hour promos. I figured I should open it all up and explain a little bit about what's inside and how everything is designed to be organized. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up the deluxe box. All right, this is the rule book. It has all of the rules. These rules, a simplified version of these rules, are also on the hook boxes, but this is a more comprehensive and detailed rule book. The deluxe box also comes with a card appendix. It shows every card in the main 3 decks and any explanatory notes about them. Here is a fabric pouch for taking the game on the go. The box itself is designed to be sort of a home base for everything. The game is very portable, but it's portable when you want to take certain components on the go. There's also a lot of care that we put into trying to organize the components and make it so that if you want to make customized decks, it's easy to do that. These are, sorry, I'm going through these without explaining them. This is the upgraded stands, and it's important to note that these do come unassembled, and they are covered with a film. So you do have to, I would suggest before installing these or putting these together, you go through each piece and you pull out, you peel off the protective layer. It's a little tricky to get, but if you just start on one corner and peel it a little bit, it'll eventually come right off. And the same is true for the smaller pieces. And this one. Okay. And then it's very important to leave the pieces on a flat surface when you're installing them. Also to look, make sure that these notches are oriented in the same direction. So I'm gonna orient them both like this and face them, actually face them away from me. And then when I want to put them into this larger piece, it does take a little bit of pressure. So just push down. Push down until you hear a snap. Okay. So you'll see that on the back, both pieces get flush. And then as a test, we will try a card in there in a little bit. They are a little bit tricky to assemble, but once you get them assembled, they are very nice, high quality plastic and quite durable. Just getting them installed and peeling off that protective layer is a little bit of a trick. Okay, we have our suitcase resin tokens. These are neat. They have a lot of detail. Hopefully you can see some of that. I know it's blurry. These are basically trophies for having matches, you know, three sets or 5 sets, and you can give a trophy for each time somebody wins a match, and then keep track of who won how many times. There's also some ideas for later, hopefully, knock on wood, later sets to use those suitcases as potential markers for mechanics and things. But right now they're trophies to mark winnings. This little tray is to keep the stands once they're assembled, the tokens, and they also keep these markers. They're also designed to hold some of the stretch goal components, which I'll show you in a minute. The 3 hook boxes are also here. They're nicely shrink wrapped. Let me open one of those. These came after a lot of back and forth with the factory with a very nice magnetic clasp. It's actually a first in kind for this type of a box. I'm not aware of any other game that has magnetic clasps for these style hook boxes, so that's pretty cool. The rules are also reproduced in summary fashion on all of these boxes. So once you've gone through the full rule set, all you really need is this little summary to get going, just in case you need a refresher or anything like that. It has all of the main rules on them. And there are 3 sets in the deluxe box. And let me just see, let's see how these are the cipher wheels for eliminating possibilities during your deductions. And let's just make sure this stand that I assembled will do a good job at holding that. Okay, yep. So once we get that, there we go. That's how it's designed to stay. It's designed that during a game, you would grab this quickly, make whatever notations you need to make on your cipher wheel, and then put it back in its stand. There's alternative options to this, including the online app that's available on the web, and you could also take your own notes to make it very portable. And then the stretch goals also come with some more standard shields, which I'll show you in a minute. These are art sleeves. There's 25 of them included, which allows for one of your favorite decks to be sleeved. That also allows for all of the cipher wheels to be sleeved, and there's a couple of extra in case some of them break. So the idea isn't that you need these for all the cards. The cards are actually pretty high quality. We upgraded to black core centers and extra thickness and stiffness so that you would not need to sleeve as an initial default. But we just included those as a nice little perk, maybe to give your favorite set a little bit of pizzazz. The modular tray system is also designed so that you could keep all of the cards for a particular number in separate slots. So if you recall, a deck is made up of numbers 1 through 9 and 2 of each. So this slotting system allows you to take all of your 1s from the decks, all of the 2s from the decks, all of the 3s, and from the stretch goals and from the promo packs. And then when you want to make a custom deck, you can just grab all of the 1s, look through them, pick the 2 you want, all of the 2s, pick the 2 you want. So it's designed to be sort of a home base for the cards. And then when you want to make your decks, it makes it a lot easier. This, I have, like, you know, in some of these baking shows, I have off camera a box where I have done that, just so that you don't have to spend time watching me separate all of the cards. But I'll show you in a quick second what that looks like. you go. And this is a box I previously set up already. Here, just to show you, it has a deck, one of my favorite decks that I've already sleeved. A full deck is designed to fit in one of these wells up here, so you don't have to do anything more or less for that. Here is a hook box. These are the system is designed, even if you're not using these hook box, even if you have some items sleeved, and even if you're using the slotting at the bottom, these are still great because they're high quality and they have these reference guides on them. So we certainly didn't want to encourage anyone to get rid of those. So there's adequate space in the box to keep those. It's also great for on the go when you want to use the pouch to put the deck in here and then put that in the pouch with your 2 markers and your stands. You could use the bags, but you don't need to. And you have everything you need to sort of play the game. It's very portable and can follow you on the go. Now I just wanted to show you though how the slotting system is designed to work. So here I have all of the 1s, followed by all the 2s, followed by all the 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, and if I wanted to make a custom deck, I would go through all the options, pick the 2 I want for each number, and then make a deck. You can also put your stretch goals in there, your promos, and hopefully, again, knock on wood, if we ever do expansion sets, it would also have adequate room for that. And it's just a nice way, if you are doing custom decks, which really is the best way to play the game once you've played it a few times. You can get a lot of different variety that way and try different card combos and play with the cards you like the best and mix and match them. So it really encourages that, but also makes that very easy to do. All right, so I just wanted to show that. I have a stretch goal pack here, which I also think makes sense to obviously go through. These came out really nice. Every backer received one of these. The only way to get these now after the Kickstarter is through IncrediQuest's website. There's some limited stock that is still available for purchase, but those who backed this got this as an included extra at no extra charge. It includes a number of things. It includes some standard privacy shields. So if you don't want to use those stands, you can just use these. These are a more traditional sort of folder. They take up a little bit more space, which is why we opted for the default to be those stands. But you use these similarly. You can take notes. It even has some more blank areas if you would like to take more detailed notes, and it has the same cipher wheel for making your eliminations. And there's 2 of those. These are dry erasable, and they're designed to use in place of the stand and cipher wheel combo if you so desire. Here is a little commemorative coin. Came out very nice with a lot of detail. The idea with this is it really is a commemorative piece, but it also can be used to figure out who goes first. You can flip it, call heads or tails. So it's useful for that purpose. These double-sided sleeves, just so I can go through these really quickly. I'm gonna grab some cards from the box, and the idea with this is when you start a game, each player gets assigned a unique suitcase randomly. So let's say this was assigned to me and this was assigned to my opponent, which is great, and that's the way the game works, and there's no problem with that. This was a little extra to differentiate the suitcase. So now you have this option. You can sleeve your suitcase into this double-sided sleeve. It has classified information, which would face your opponents. And then you can flip it, and it has all the information you would ever need from your suitcase. You don't need the ability, you don't need anything else. So this is just a neat little way to distinguish which card is your suitcase. And it's only, really, you only need 2 for any game. One for your suitcase and one for your opponent's suitcase. And then there are some extras just in case there's breakage, but also you could run more than one game with the deluxe box, just not with the same players. You could have, a 1-2 player match going and then another 2-player match going. So you could use these sleeves simultaneously for different cipher wheels. For different suitcase numbers if you needed to. There are 6 of them total. And again, just a little something extra to differentiate the cards that are assigned to be your suitcase during the game. Lastly, but not least, we have the booster pack of extra cards. And that is more than just a little perk. These actually add quite a bit of substance to the game. These are nine cards total, but substantive cards with new abilities that can be mixed and matched with the core decks. So let's go ahead and open that up. And here we have 2 of everything. So there's 18 cards total, but there's 9 unique cards. There's some that give you new options for the number 1, some that give you new options for the number 3 slot, some for the 4 slot, 7, and 9. You'll notice that this is not a completely full deck. This isn't designed to play as a standalone deck, right? Because there's extra 1s, which don't work, extra 3s. There's no 2s, there's no 5s, there's no 8s. So this is not a deck, but this is used to construct custom decks. And there's some pretty cool cards, like Cybertrap has a unique endgame condition if you're so inclined to want to change or add an endgame condition that's not in the base game. Basically, if you ever have 2 cards that match, you can win the game, but your opponent can also disarm this if they have 3 matching guild symbols. So it creates a little race to see who could do that first. Suitcase handoff lets you swap your suitcase, but only if you're triple guarded. Short Circuit also has an alternative win game condition. If you're ever triple guarded, you can win. So if this is in the game, you obviously don't want to let your opponent get a lot of guards. High Stakes Gamble is exactly what it says. You make a guess and you can be right or wrong to win the game, but you can only do that towards the middle of the game. So there's some cool little options in here. They definitely add to the variety of the game. So I certainly recommend that you use these and experiment with these. And these are more than just a little sort of bonus. These are, substantive content for the base game. And again, that's only available if you didn't buy the game from the Kickstarter. That would only be available from the Credit Quest website. Okay, so this also comes with an appendix that explains all of those extra cards in case you need clarification. All that will fit in the box again, so I can quickly show you how that works. We have our stands, our upgraded stands. We have our cards, which these will fit into the slots based on number order, but for now I'm just going to slot these in the front, and then let's put this top on. These shields could go in the side here. Your commemorative coin can fit in the first tray. Your extra sleeves can go in either of the two wells. All of the the promo cards, right? There's anyone who backed within the first 48 hours, or this was an add-on, could have added on an extra 2 cards. Again, this is also helpful for doing a custom deck building. It adds some more options for the 5 slot and the 9 slot. 5 slot's actually pretty cool. In addition, because it gives you some variety in being able to get the card you need by the end of the game. That's always helpful. These also can fit within the slots or in any of these wells. The fabric pouch, and then the instruction booklets, and it all fits in a nice package. And again, this is designed to be the home base. Once you make your custom decks, you can take them on the go in your pouch, and that's sort of the idea here. It still remains a micro game, but there is a lot of customization that happens. So having the ability to organize that all in a card organizer that fits nicely in the box was part of what we endeavored to do with this design. Thanks again for watching, and hope you've all received your pledges and are happy with them. Thanks very much.